tātou, nau mai, haere mai, welcome to our daily demos extra for experts. So if you loved doing the experiments this morning, where we looked at the egg and the salt, and we looked at all the different layers of different things from your kitchen and their different densities, then we have an extra experiment two experiments for you to try at home. Okay, today we have Katie Keir with us. Katie Keir is, you might remember her, she's one of the toys from school who really wanted to join us for science because she loves it. And she saw the experiments this morning and she was really jealous and she wanted to join in. So, say hi to Katie Keir. She only has one eye. That has nothing to do with Frankie. Okay, let's move on. So for today, we need some oil. Any oil will do. We need some water, some food coloring, and some salt. And if you want to do the extra experiment that I'm going to add on, the extra one, then you'll need some baking soda, just 3 teaspoons. Okay, should we have a look at the experiment? Let's go. So first, pour in your water. 2/3 of the way is fine, just as high as you like. Next, pour in your oil to make a nice thick layer, probably about 2 fingers thick. Now think to yourself, what's your guess? What's going to happen when we put in the food colouring? When we pop it in, it sits at the bottom of the oil layer. Keep dropping in different colours of food colouring into your jar. Some of the bits of food colouring might hang at the top and slowly float down. Now add your salt. Keep adding it until you see something happen. Look at what's happening. Huge globs of oil are being pulled down with the food colouring and they're bouncing back up and bursting in beautiful ways. You can try this as many times as you like. So why does this happen? Well, the why, as always, is super interesting. It's all about density. Density is how closely packed and squished together all the molecules inside something are. It doesn't matter how big or how small something is. If something is big, it can still be very light. And if something is small, it can still be very heavy. For example, take this paper towel ball. This paper towel ball is very light. This coin is very heavy. But this paper towel ball is much bigger. So why is this so much heavier? Well, the paper towel ball has molecules inside it that are floating quite far apart. This means there's lots of space around them and it's a lot lighter. But a coin, the molecules are all tightly squished together. So there's a lot less space and a lot more molecules than the paper towel ball, so it's a lot heavier. So this means that the coin is more dense and the paper towel ball is less dense. Okay, so what happened in our experiment then? At the beginning of the experiment, we had a jar full of water. Now, what we did was we added oil. Now, oil, the molecules are quite far apart, which means it's not very dense. But water, the molecules are a little bit closer together, which means that it's more dense. So the oil floats to the top and the water stays at the bottom. So when we poured in our oil, it looked like this. But when we add the salt, something complicated happens. If we looked at a little piece of salt really closely, we'd see that it's a lot more dense. Its molecules are a lot more closely squished together than oil or water. So it wants to sink to the bottom. But as it sinks to the bottom, the salt brings with it a little glob of oil. Bloop. It brings the oil to the bottom. So the salt has trapped oil at the bottom. As it drags the oil with the food colouring makes beautiful patterns in the water. And then the salt starts to dissolve. It starts to disappear. It starts to melt in the water. So as the salt disappears, the oil is free to escape, and it bloop, pops back up, and the food colouring explodes back up into the water. And that's why it happens. The salt is the most dense. The oil is the least dense. And the water is in between. I know, I love that experiment too. And if you want to take it even further, you can try making yourself your own lava lamp, where we use density to make a lamp that has moving, lighting up bubbles of oil inside it using your baking soda. So if you like to do that, check out the next experiment now. Pop some baking soda in the bottom of a jar and fill up the jar with oil almost to the top. Now mix your food colouring together with white vinegar or any kind of vinegar. Now pop your jar on top of a light to make it look cool and drop in your food colouring that's been mixed with the vinegar. The food colouring goes down to the bottom with the vinegar, and the vinegar reacts to the baking soda. The baking soda, which usually makes it foam, pushes the vinegar and the food colouring all the way back up to the top where it foams. And then it goes down again, reacts, and up again, making a swirling lava lamp. Okay, Te Pai, well done. All right, it's time to end our daily demos for this afternoon, but I really look forward to doing the daily demos with you tomorrow. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. So let's end with our karakia. Mahunga ki aro. Kia inoi tātou. Ka pā ki tua, ka pā ki waho, ka pā ki te whare, ka pā ki te roa, ka pā ki te pou e tūnei, kia mā te ariki, kia mā te tauira, nō hau e ruatau, e tāne te wairawa e, whānau, whānā, haramai te toki, haumi e, hui e, tā iki e. Ka pai. Alright, e noho rā everyone, have a great afternoon, see you soon, mā te wā.